Hey, Shalom Akim, the high spirit wind Judah of the GMS Mississippi camp, giving all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Also giving double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And I want to say peace and blessing, salutation to the elect. All right. Today I want to go into a topic of this is the white man's world. The so-called white man's world. Okay. And that's very important for brothers to know, because this world is basically Esau's mind dominating the planet Earth. Westernization, all right, is the so-called white man's brain, his mind, his soul ruling the planet Earth. And this is his world in a physical sense. That he's conquered most of the known world, man. Okay, most of the known world has a central bank going back to the Rothschilds. All right. And the reality of living in your enemy's world is that you will never prosper in this world, man. Even if you were a billionaire, if you were an Israelite man with $1 billion in your possession, $1,000 million in your possession, you still, when you pull up at the red light with your Rolls Royce, you're gonna be next to a transvestite. All right, you might be right next to a homosexual, man. See, you might have money, but you don't have power, okay? You're gonna get racially profiled, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it, because this is not your world. This is not your rest. This world is not an embodiment of the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. All right? Everything that's associated with power has the so-called white man's face stamped on it, man. All of the presidents, most of them were Edomites, and the ones that weren't Edomites, like so-called, like Barack Obama, he followed the Edomite curriculum, the Roman curriculum, man. All right? This is not your world, all right? The Most High is an Israelite, all right? That's Judah. That's like unto Judah, man. He's, all right, a so-called black man, all right? This world is not run under the mind of an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, man. It's not run under the world of an Israelite. It's run under the world of Esau, which would be like unto Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, running the planet Earth, man. All right? And that's something that's important to know, that you can't escape Esau's world. You have brothers that have fallen out of the truth, okay? And got a heathen woman and went out of state, all right? But they were still inside of a state that was inside of a country that was under the rule of the so-called white man. You have had brothers that have left the country, all right? Fallen out of the truth, left the country, and went to another country, but that country was still under the rule of the so-called white man. All right, whether it was blind dictatorship, hegemony, all right, westernization, all right. And if it wasn't under the rule of the so-called white man, it definitely wasn't the rule of the Most High. It was under the rule of heathens who probably lusted after the American system, man, okay? Your woman is under the rule of the so-called white man. That's not your woman. That's his woman. You're having sex with his woman. You're making babies with his woman, man. You more than likely, when your woman has a disagreement with you, the reason why she disagrees with you, because y'all are not like-minded. All right? It says in Sirach 36, the 36th chapter, that he that begetteth the wife begetteth the possession, a helpmeet like unto himself. All right? Your woman is not like unto you, because her mind is the mind of Esau. She's an extension of Esau. All right? She's the nigger version of the so-called white woman. Okay? So the reason why y'all have trouble in the flesh and disagreements, because you have an Eastern mindset and she has a Western mindset, and that causes friction. Okay? So, and your kids are going to go through more than likely the public school system. If they're in private school, it's still under the Esau's curriculum. If they're homeschooled, it's still under Esau's curriculum. He's going to make sure that you're still following his guidelines, okay? So your kids are not really your possession. Your kids are under the rule of the so-called white man. And the older they get, the more they're going to be under the rule of the so-called white man. That's why he's indoctrinating your kids with homosexuality. He's indoctrinating your kids with westernization, Christianity, democracy, all right, Satanism. Satanism doesn't have to mean that he's wearing black and sacrificing chickens in the basement. The word Satan basically goes to adverse or opposition, oppose. And what is that opposition? This world is under the opposition of the Most High, okay? America, in its essence, is in opposition to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's why there's a freedom to be a homosexual. There's a freedom to eat whatever you want to, how much you want to. There's a freedom for women to have liberty. They're not called libertines. Where the Most High gave a woman a position, and her position is a domestic servant. All right? But everything that Esau gave was in opposition to the Most High. So no matter what physical possession you might hold, no matter, all right, no matter how much you have, no matter what you accomplish, no matter how esteemed you are amongst men, all right, you are still a citizen in Esau's world, which is the house of Satan, man. Esau is the physical embodiment of the spiritual demon Satan, okay? And you are a citizen in his world, all right? As it says in 1 John, the second chapter and the 15th verse, love not the world and neither the things that are therein, all right? For if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him, all right? So if you love the world, in essence, you are a Satanist, man, okay? But driving back to the original point of this lesson is that this is not our world, man. This is not our rest, all right? The standard of beauty for a woman is a tall, skinny woman with no woman parts, man. How in the world can the standard of beauty for a woman be a man? A model that's tall and skinny with no curves. Okay? How is something considered legal or illegal inconsistent with the scriptures? How can homosexuality be legal? All right? But polygamy is illegal, okay? This is the twilight zone. That's why the Most High cursed out Esau, saying, surely you're turning of things upside down. And that's what you've done. You turned things upside down, okay? We live in a world, a kingdom, that's totally contrary to the mind of the Most High. And the mind of the Most High is found in the law, statutes, and commandments. The law, statutes, and commandments are set up to make us like a physical embodiment of heaven or the spirit world, man. Okay? But I'm not going to prolong it. That's pretty much the point, man. It is, with much wisdom is much grief, and that's something that grieves me, is that, you know, temporarily, we are in another man's mind, man. We are living in a world that's governed by a man's mind that's in opposition to the mind of the Most High. All right? All these so-called freedoms are nothing more than a manifestation of Satanism, man. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted, man. All right? When the vilest men, Esau, starting with the international bankers, are put into the position of power, they're going to pass laws that make the rest of the world like it's to them. All in the form of Christianity. All in the form of democracy. Alright, all in the form of westernization, man. Westernization can simply be Hellenization. It can simply be Esauization, Idumeanization, man. Make the world like into an Edomite. Alright? This is Esau's world. The men who are in a position of power are perverted, man. In Central and South America, there are stories being told that Esau leaves Europe and goes to Central and South America and has sex with men prostitutes, man. All right? Esau goes to, he leaves Europe and travels to places like Kenya and have sex with little boys, man. Because what happens is those countries are impoverished, all right? So the kids will sell their bodies for food. All right, for survival. All right, but Esau goes there as a tourist, and Esau's preference of kids, not only is it sadistic that he wants kids, but he wants little boys, man. And that's the nature of Esau Edom. Well, nobody arrests him. Why? Because he runs the world, man. Okay? Esau runs the world, so who can arrest him, man? Okay? But once again, I'm not going to prolong it. I'm going to bring the lesson to a closing. Like I said, this is Esau's world, and this is the reality of it, man. What you see every day is the reality of the world being run by the damn devil, man. Esau, the physical embodiment of the spiritual demon Satan. And America is his house, all right? Under Satan's authority. Hey, but with that, I hope the brothers are edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. All right? Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David. Shalom.